Hello, this is Jim Roberts, welcoming you to the Mortgage Update, a public service announcement of Sobek Loan Forensics. Joining us today is the President and CEO of Sobek Loan Forensics, Mr. Anthony Sobek. Tony, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Jim. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, Tony, since you're the expert, maybe you could help us make some sense out of all the mortgage news and the hype that we're hearing, okay?
Fair enough.
All right, well, let's start with an agenda. Then we can take everything step by step, okay?
Great idea. Let's start with the 2009 update. Then we can cover how we got here and what we do now.
Terrific. So, Tony, what's the Q2 status and how are things in the mortgage world?
Well, things are not good. As you can see here, there were foreclosure filings on 2.3 million homes in 2008. And the 2009 numbers are worse, up another 10%. To over 1 million homes in the first quarter.
So what happened and how do we get here, Tony?
Well, it's pretty clear now what happened. A declining economy caused housing prices to fall. Then mortgage-backed securities lost their value, causing a decline in property values, forcing progressive problems that rippled through the economy. The result was a total collapse of the housing industry.
Well, Tony, the American dream. Is it gone forever?
Not at all. We have sustained some damage, but we've just got to weather the storm and make it through the next 12 to 18 months, Jim.
Okay, but what about those homeowners that are in trouble now? What about them?
Well, there's not enough time for them to wait. Homeowners with mortgage problems are going to have to act quickly if they're going to save their homes.
So, Tony, how do I know if my situation is one you can help me with and what my options are?
Well, Jim, it takes a mortgage professional to analyze your situation and help you understand your options. The most common problems we solve are these: variable rate mortgages, interest-only loans, upside down in loan-to-values, negative equities, behind in payments, can no longer afford the home, and financial hardships.
So you can help people with any of these problems?
Absolutely. We're now even helping people whose mortgages are current but who are looking for a reduction in payment and their principal balance.
Wow, that's great news. So if I'm in trouble, what are my options?
Well, you can do nothing and wait for the inevitable, or you can do it yourself and trust your lender, or you can get help from a professional firm with 20 years of experience, Jim.
But a lot of people are modifying their own mortgages, so isn't do-it-yourself a viable option?
Not really, Jim. Most people don't have the knowledge or negotiating skills it takes to do this. That's why in California alone last year, 38% of the foreclosures were homes with lender-provided modifications.
Hold it. You mean many people who did their own loan modification lost their homes anyway? Why is that?
Because the lender didn't offer enough of a deal to truly solve the homeowner's problems, Jim, so they lost their home anyway.
Okay, now I understand. But what about all these government programs, Tony? Don't they work?
Not for most people. President Obama's plan is voluntary, and in reality, it's only helping people with government-backed mortgages like Fannie Mae.
Okay, I'm a believer now. So, Tony, why don't you tell us a little bit about Sobek Loan Forensics?
Yeah, Jim, I've been in the mortgage field since 1994. I've seen the ups and downs. We do audits and loan modifications. We're staffed by professionals. Our mitigators are ex-underwriters from some of the biggest banks. We're licensed and compliant, local but nationwide. We offer modifications in all 50 states. We have a rush service when needed. And most importantly, Jim, we are 98% successful.
So what is it that you provide to your clients?
Jim, we provide a forensic audit of the mortgage note, loan modification to lower your interest and payment, and optionally reduce your principal balance.
So, Tony, how do you actually help people?
Jim, we do an analysis of your mortgage note. We find truth in lending errors. We determine the validity of your note, which positions us to negotiate for you. Our audit may get you a new mortgage, its most critical place to start. Jim, we negotiate with your lender, reduce your interest rate and monthly payment, reduce and possibly eliminate your second mortgage, cancel and eliminate penalties and fees, negotiate for principal reduction, no mortgage payments for 2 to 4 months, which saves your home and your future.
So, Tony, why is a loan mod better than a refi?
No credit check, no appraisal, no title search, no points or closing costs, Jim, no mortgage payments for 2 to 4 months, and again, it saves your home and your future.
So, Tony, tell us how the whole process actually works.
Well, first, the client calls us and speaks with one of our mortgage specialists. They walk you through a confidential interview to learn about your situation. Then they enter your data into our database so it can be reviewed by our underwriters. They'll speak with you in person, either in our office or in your home, to help you understand your options.
Okay, Tony, well, this makes sense to me so far. So what happens next?
Then once you've decided to move forward, Jim, you collect all the necessary mortgage and financial documents. If you don't have those handy, you can get that from your title company, your previous title company, and get that to us by delivery or mail. And once we have all the necessary papers, we develop a proposal for your lender based on your current financial situation, and we begin the negotiating process. That's how we do it.
So, Tony, how long does the whole process take?
The forensic audit takes approximately 30 days. A loan modification takes 2 to 4 months, Jim. Best of all, Jim, you get a 100% money-back guarantee.
Wow, Tony, that is really impressive.
And the bottom line is simply this: we save your home and your financial future.
Wow, Tony, that is really what it's all about. So, Tony, speaking for millions of Americans, will the dark days finally end?
Absolutely, Jim. The dark days will end.
Okay, Tony, are these just feel-good words, or are we actually seeing some positive trends?
No way. We're already seeing signs that the economy has bottomed out and things are beginning to improve. The stock markets have stabilized, financial markets are beginning to lend money again, and even the unemployment numbers are beginning to reflect a positive trend. So we've just got to get through, Jim, the next 12 to 18 months, and we should see a return to a normal economy and an improvement in the housing industry.
So, Tony, is the American dream of home ownership alive and well in this country?
Well, it's alive and almost well. Jim, the best is yet to come, and that dream of owning the beautiful home that protects your precious family, it's still out there.
Tony, thanks so much for being with us today and helping us through this maze of conflicting data.
You're welcome, Jim. It's been a pleasure to share the vital information with homeowners in need. Keep your dream alive. For a free mortgage checkup, call us at 1-877-SOBAC80 or see us online at SOBACLoanForensics.com.
And thank you for joining us on the Mortgage Update. From all of us here at SOBAC Loan Forensics, we look forward to helping you with your mortgage problems. We're waiting to hear from you. Have a great day.